Why make a ceramic funnel? Well, I don't love pouring hot stuff through plastic. And metal's fine, but ceramic feels nicer. The tricky part, making the neck narrow enough to fit in a bottle without it twisting. Let's see how this goes. I'm using 3/4 kilo of clay. I'm using my favourite mid-fire clay. It has a little grit and fires to a lovely speckle. I start by centering the clay. When the clay is centered, I flatten the top. I push down into the clay. I don't need to worry about a base here, but a little clay can help with the stability of the walls. I've opened out and now I can start pulling up the walls. And now I'm ready to start colouring in. Of course, I'm throwing the funnel upside down. It's similar to making a wide base bottle. In between colouring in, I pull up the neck. If I don't do this, the clay around the neck will tend to buckle. I take my time in narrowing the neck. At this point, I thin the wall of the neck. This will make the funnel more functional. And I shape the neck. I define the shape of the funnel with a rib. I remove excess clay at the rim. And then I spend way too much time fiddling around with the shape of the neck. As I shape the neck, I use one hand to support the neck. It's pretty easy for the neck to twist at this stage. I trim around the base. And then after a final tidy, I set aside to dry. Once the funnel is leather hard, I'm ready to trim. I trim a little of the clay around the base away. And now I'm ready to cut the funnel away from the base. And now I can smooth the rim of the funnel. Once I'm happy with the rim, I can dry. And once fully dry, I bisque fire. To glaze, I start with the inside by pouring. And now I can dip to glaze the inside and the outside of the top. I fire it on its neck and I use a shelf prop to keep it upright. I've made two. One's a little wider. You can make these in many different shapes. I kind of like this contemporary shape. The funnel has an elegance, and I think the squared off top holds more ingredients. A wider neck would work really well as a canning funnel. In fact, now that I've made these, I can think of many uses in the kitchen. They work equally well for dry ingredients. For more super useful kitchenware, why not check out my bowl that doubles as a colander? So these funnels will last a long time in the kitchen, unless of course they end up in the studio. As always, happy potting.